Yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Trump has put his tariffs all over the place. I've been trying to understand them. I don't. And everything's in the because of it. Donald Trump just cost me $20 million or whatever he did. Maybe don't be on the golf course.
Everyone in this room, everyone loves you. And I just want to say you're a true hero for this country. I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor?
Because Donald Trump is the nominee against Joe Biden, I won't just vote for him. I will walk over broken glass to vote for him. His giant tariff policy that he just dropped on the market unilaterally, probably unconstitutionally.
What is up, YouTube? My name is Happiness and welcome to my channel. The trade war, it still continues. News came out today. China has made a 84% retaliation tariff on America. Remember first that the US did a 54%. China is just increased its tariff against America by 84%. So what is Trump going to do now? Guess what? He is thinking of increasing it to 104%. 104% tariff. I don't know why does he include the 4 on top of the 100%, but it's gonna be 104.
I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything. I'll do anything, sir. And I really think we're helped a lot by the tariff situation that's going on, which is a good situation, not a bad. It's great. It's going to be legendary. You watch. Legendary in a positive way, I have to say. That's why additional tariffs on Chinese goods are in place effective midnight tonight at 104%. Until they make a deal with us, that's what it's going to be. I think they'll make a deal at some point. China they want to make a deal. They really do. They want to make a deal. They just don't know how to get it started because they're proud people. China will now pay a big number to our treasury. This is all taxes.
But despite that, there are some Republicans who feel that 104 is not enough. Some feel that more than that China and American trade should end totally.
104% tariffs on China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%. I do business in China. They don't play by the rules. They've been in the WTO for decades. They have never abided by any of the rules they agreed to when they came in for decades. They cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. They take product, technology, they steal it, they manufacture it, and sell it back here. Never has an administration
400% tariffs. What would that look like?
I want Xi on an airplane to Washington to level the playing field. This is not about tariffs anymore. Nobody has taken on China yet, not the Europeans, no administration for decades. As someone who actually does business there, I've had enough. I speak for millions of Americans who have IP that have been stolen by the Chinese. I have nothing against the Chinese people. They brought great literacy, art, and tech to the world. The government cheats and steals, and finally, an administration, you may not like Trump, you may not like his style or his rhetoric, finally, an administration that puts up and says enough. 400% tariffs tomorrow morning. He'll tell you why. Xi can only stay the supreme leader if people are employed. If we wipe out any business there, because we are still 39% of all consumables on Earth and 25% of the world's GDP, America is the #1 economy on Earth with all the cards. We will not have that forever. It's time to squeeze Chinese heads into the wall now.
Well, hold on a second, Kevin. Well, I hear you, but hold on. If we're talking about people, the average consumer, not necessarily the head honchos of businesses all across the globe, can they withstand the pressure of that sort of tax on the
It's
goods are going to
short-lived.
have?
There will be.
But what's your timeline compared to, you don't know the average American's timeline, what they can actually survive. There's people right now who can't survive
400% tomorrow morning, cheese on an airplane to Washington to cut a deal.
To think of it like, I remember a day, I can think of it like back in the day, whereby it used to be that everything was made in China. Your TV, your laptop, your speakers, your door, the brakes, I don't know, what can I think of? The lights, everything made in China. Everything is made in China. Your shoes, made in China. So, to think of saying that, China has been a major player in the game.
Maria, I think it's unfortunate that the Chinese actually don't want to come and negotiate because they are the worst offenders in the international trading system. They have the most imbalanced economy in the history of the modern world. And I can tell you that this escalation is a loser for them. That they have some very smart, the economists, the academicians, technocrats within their bureaucracy, and they would be telling the leadership that we do not have the edge here. They are the surplus country, that their exports to the U.S. are 5 times our exports to China. So they can raise their tariffs, but so what?
Yes, you saw that freeze. I mean, like, that fridge is made in America because you can see that it has been living forever. I feel that that fridge is 50 years old, or how old? It might be 80-year-old, an 80-year-old fridge. I mean, like, we need quality in the world.
We borrow money from Chinese peasants to buy the things those Chinese peasants manufacture.
Okay, so now if China workforce and everything that should be made in China goes to US, how much will, let me make an example, a sneaker, a US sneaker. Let me make an example. Let's take Nike. So if all the workforce from Nike goes to America, how much will that shoe cost in the rest of the world? Or let's say, how much will it cost in South Africa? Because I want to know. And remember that the standard of living of America is way over there. The salary, everything is way over there. So everything is expensive in America. So imagine if all the workforce of Nike, factory-wise, is done in America only. How much will it cost for a person from South Africa or Africa to buy that product? Because if that's the case, I mean, like, there's a possibility they would buy the product 4 times that the normal price, because I mean, like, people in America needs to be paid, and you know that they are not willing to work for cheap labor. They want to earn like everybody else in America to survive. No wonder why everything is cheap in South Africa. So I don't understand. So let's see what will happen in terms of this trade war. But free trade is the thing. But if there is no free trade, then if everything is made in America, then everything's gonna be expensive. So yes, guys, that is all that I can say today in terms of that, because that's my opinion. My opinion is that everything that is made in America will bump up the quality of the product, because we just saw that fridge. That fridge has lasted until it's not made in China. It's made in America. It is quality. So obviously it's going to be everything in America will be expensive because it will be made of quality. No cheap labor, no cheap materials, everything quality. Quality labor, pay, they do a perfect job, and everybody's happy. But will the world be happy? Everybody in America will be happy, but will the world be happy and buy American product? That's the question. But despite that, yes, guys, please like and subscribe, and let's meet up to the next one. Peace out.